Hello, my name is Karen. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. I pray every day of my life, all day long. I pray that our country can come work its way through so we don't start a World War III. Because united is Putin, President Putin, and then there's leader of France, leader of Canada, China, what else?
North Korea.
North Korea.
Got Russia.
Russia.
India.
India. So he came in and he said he could bring everyone together in his first 100 days of show. And I credit that with President Trump doing that. He said he could stop the war in, Russia and Ukraine. And everyone was getting along. You could see it right on TV. And guess who wasn't there? Our president. They didn't invite him. Is that stunning or what? He did say he was going to work to bring everyone together as one. We have the new order, don't be afraid, new world order in our hands. In our hands in the United States. And there are other items I've done. Can't remember at this moment. They'll come to me. I'm not forgetful. I just don't remember. So anyway, moving on. I did a lot of sports when I was in high school and college. So much fun going to college. So students, set up your way of being, studying, so that when we finish, we could see how much progress we made helping these leaders. What's this? Let's see. It's about sex. The way they unplugged Donald Trump. He was right. He said he was going to bring everybody together. Now comes the easy part. The president, our president, has brought Europe together. Soon, as his work carries him on, he will be a part of that group. And I think what I see is the people, the nice people, will come together from these 4 countries. I hope they don't gang up on us. I hope they realize the American people are great. I'll say this to you, how America's great. America's a very passive, loving, caring country as a whole. There are people who get like really happy, energized, and they feel good about themselves because these leaders, like in Russia, the military marches all together nicely. They stay on track as they kick the legs forward and move down the roadway, and the head looking forward. And over here, you have another soldier and another soldier, and all the soldiers who stood there marching, and then they turned to the leader, and they kept marching all in a line. The cameras zoomed in on one of the participants, and they allow them to work out in the fields, to know what it's like to do average person's jobs, as disgusting those that can be. There's one man, one leader, not leader, but owns the social aspect. He was in a huge tank with fecal matter that's also known as crap or shit. And when he realized it, they told him, just don't put your hands near your face and nose and mouth. And then the putrid odor. Because they have to take that benevolent substance, they have to push it towards the vents to rid of all that bad sewage that goes through the pipes underground. This leader, this teacher, the boss, when they're done, he starts screaming, "Get me out of here, get me out of here." He was so mad. He never expect that out of his countrymen, his co-workers, doing that activity to get the money they need to support their family. And he got out fast. And he says, I'm going to make changes. Sometimes you have to be where they are to figure out where you have to be. We learn as much as we can. And we'll send it to places that will accept high-level professionalism leaders who could work together and move on. I want to say this really quick. In those 4 countrymen, I think even Turkey's a part of it. These countries help each other now to keep us safe. They keep themselves safe from the United States. The people will live better, happier. And the people, they're like scared and frightened, and they do what they're told to do. And they're isolated from the rest of the countries. They work there together, and we bring all these groups together, and now it's the Americans, and then there's Europe. People who are Turkey, Russia, China, Japan, all of these countries came together. But one thing we missed putting President Trump on the top of these people coming together. He's the one that worked through arguments, anger, fear, hunger, scared. And that brought all of them. He got them to feel comfortable enough to laugh, to work together and say, okay, we're leaving this area here, this meeting. We're going to go over here, see if we can help or learn more information and knowledge. So, with that in mind, people are going to do better with that alone. And I think starting tomorrow, me, Karen Quill Weinstein, I have a master's of science degree in exercise physiology, and work at my business, the Heart of Overton Condition. And I'm going to use that knowledge and experiences to work with people in the group that I just mentioned. This group of people, I think they're going to come together and work in the future together to resolve issues without having nuclear-powered items shining down on us. We don't want that to happen. Or any other country. They start threatening each other with nuclear war. But you and I both know, all of us know, That would be a mistake, a very costly mistake. So we don't want to see that, and we don't want to see that happening in our near future. Whatever happening. Now, our team is doing good. How do I feel about President Trump? Because he's doing the work of the special one. He's getting messages from the gods, from the heavens. But he doesn't know what to do. They want him to take hold and help the leaders in heaven to work with them, each other, to lift them up and be spiritual. Spiritual means looking up to and seeing Jesus and God above us. I think it's going to work. President Trump, hold your head up high. The people are really mean to you. So I think in some way or another, you know that has to happen to make change in our world. That's my thoughts on Ukraine and Putin, President Putin. Can't even remember all of them. Many of them. They've come together by President Trump giving good words to himself and all others. And then soon all will come together. We're going to take together, we'll work together and set up systems how we want to shape our country and all other countries. The main countries are with me and they're with President Trump. I'll be taking more action in this so we don't use nuclear weapons. I'll be right there with you. That's my whole goal now and next year or so. I'm going to be with him. He has invited me down to Mar-a-Lago or to New York City at one of his places, and I'm going to take action. I just don't want to myself have any legal concerns while working with President Trump. I think he's getting better. I'm here to take it to the next level, a better level, behave better, have better, less pain. And I'm going to discuss that in the next show, but right now we're doing well. We're all going to incorporate President Trump into our universe. Then all the people in our universe will come together, and then they'll engross all those union leaders and another leader coming together to form and unite all of those leaders and the United States. We must stop fighting and arguing with us. There are people who are dying, and we all know this. Please, gentlemen, put everything in order. Do the right thing. Say the right words. And let's come together, us leaders. I will start working on interacting with them. Let me get to know them. And I will help President Trump and myself to work together to help them. We got them off the landing site, up. Now we got to get the engines booted up so that we could come forward and we could swim in the water without any fear of wars or eliminations or genocide, anything like that's going to happen where we are. We're going to have a wonderful time. Once we get ourselves squared away and settled, we will have a one world order. And this is what we have been doing. And it has been one world order. That means everybody in the whole planet follows the same rules and regulations. It did. I'm going to say this in the next show. What we did was We're working to eat together, finding out which country leader what wants to do next. We'll have one country concentrate on this, another country concentrate for like farming, things like that, and we're gonna work together, everyone. I don't know if you remember back years ago, I ran for president. Didn't get very far, but I did fill out all the papers and complete them. And I did go to the presidency, but no one knew me at the time. No one knew who I was. I'm just some person on the side of the walk that happened to fill out some papers saying that I was running for president, but no one knew me. But anyway, I learned something, and I don't remember. Give me 1 second, I'll come back. We had people start getting along. It was bad. People couldn't find work, and they did something else. That's when we started to work together, and that's when President Trump got into office. So it was in the middle of the president's, who was that president? Barack Obama, right? He was after Secretary of State Hillary, right? And then it was George Bush. Yeah. Well, I don't remember precisely, but she directed us into a different aspect of how to function, how to make our government run better. And one day I spent time with her, and I would send emails to former President Bill Clinton, and we communicated. And he'd get the information out to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton while she's being drilled and answering questions. And she started at 8 o'clock in the morning preparing and going to the location of where they're having the hearings. And she was there for about 12 hours. So I coached her, and Bill would relay the information. I knew what step to do next. So we got her talking, and that was one of the first debates or meetings that we ever had with this new type of banking, new type of economy. And the senators were upset that she was able to do what she needed to do. She's strong, firm, straight as an arrow, helping us, the mankind. And then after that, what I told her to do is she didn't have anything to eat, drink a little bit. I told them, and it's getting about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and she started at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then into 11 o'clock at night. These politicians would get, after they asked the question, they'd either get up and leave, or they'd go out and have dinner or water and rest a little bit and come back. Miss Hillary Clinton had to sit at that table all this time. She had 1 or 2 breaks. She had some food off it, some fluids that she was drinking. I tell Bill, tell Hillary to act slow and sluggish and tired. And then I want you to drink some water. And let the people see you drink soda, Coca-Cola. And the Other senators start get tired, so they come in and come out. But Hillary stayed there. And I told Bill to tell her, Bill, tell Miss Hillary to start showing a bit fatigue. You're tired, short, slouching, uptight and tired. This is about 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. I told her, after you drink the soda, you'll feel the effects of the sugar in the soda. And when you start drinking the soda, it's going to pick up your energy level, because that's what she needs. She needs sugar and fluid ounces to pick herself up and feel nice, strong looking through the way she did at 8 o'clock in the morning. And she answered all the questions, and then she says, everybody's kind of leaning over. There she was. So, no, I'm ready to go another 12 hours. Yeah, you can see the Republicans go, ah. All right, we're going to end it there, they said. No, not you. And my cameraman is going to turn the camera off, so that's, everything's great. So I told her to look wide awake and alert, thinking clearly of what we were doing. We were picking out certain people to ask questions to them, what they feel, what done, and things like that. And then the program was ended. And it was 11 o'clock at night, and then I could turn off my computer. I had breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, no dessert. It was all for Hillary, because I knew Madam Hillary had the ability to encourage the people who are in this meeting. They were tired and exhausted. And then they ended it. And she had full energy because she had a soda. I went to the gala. Went to one of the big, what do you call it? A big meeting hall. Big. And we really did it. It really showed how to answer and ask questions and interact with the Senate leaders. And that goes for the Congress people too, same thing. So Madam Hillary actually set the stage for a government to shape it and start directing our philosophies. Anyway, we're going to talk really quick now. We have people who are tired, and we must call it a night. But do you see what had happened? She was a woman, a leader, and those are big shoes you have to fill. Madam Hillary did step down and is enjoying her resignation. What she did all those years in politics. She told me she loved it. And it didn't bother her, them criticizing and saying bad things. And it was just wrong. Now we're doing that to the next president, whoever that may be. We have to choose between President Trump and I don't know even the rest of the people. We really don't have that organized yet, and that's bad. They just gotta start working together and find people who can fulfill those jobs and be ready to go on in November, 2 years down the road. People, take more action in what they are doing. Politicians from the Democrats and the Republicans, we're going to bring you together. We're going to ask questions between the two and get answers. Not just, this is how Republicans are going to ask the questions. No, what we're going to do is, what in addition topics to want to discuss that you already have done, or you already haven't got to it, but those list of questions will be for the Democrats. We're going to calm everybody down and relax. Peace, peace, people. Think about what I said. I love you all. Live, love, and love to live to love. God bless you all. Thank you.